With us being less than 2 weeks away from the release of NBA 2K24, I wanted to go over some ways in which we can get prepared for a successful launch day so that we are able to hit the ground running come Friday, September 8th. Firstly, I wanted to remind everyone, build was $100+ to max out last year in NBA 2K23. And I can't imagine what they're gonna be like once 24 drops. That's why we should, better yet, we need to be using this time before the game drops to try to get an idea on the type of builds that we wanna make. Obviously, we don't have the builder in front of us, so we don't know what the meta is gonna be like, but one can certainly start to get an idea of the direction that they wanna go in for when the game does drop. You know, try to figure out what position you wanna play. If you wanna be more defensive or offensive leaning, now is the time to start getting ready and getting the ideas together. Don't be like most folks out here who are gonna wait till the game drops to start thinking about these things and end up spending twice as long in the builder working on their builds when we all should be out here running it up. The next thing you should be doing while we wait for 2K24 to drop is finding yourself a squad or some folks that are at least halfway decent to run with. I guarantee if you get a squad, you will increase your win percentage by 15 to 25 percentage points just off the strength of you having squad mates opposed to running with randoms. Because these randoms this year are about to be the worst randoms in the history of randoms. Remember I said that, mark my words. And truth be told, your squad mates don't even have to be nice with it. They just have to be folks who have decent to good basketball IQ, and most importantly, they gotta listen. In my opinion, that's all you need to have a successful squad. And then if you dudes keep running together, everything else, the skills, teamwork, it's all gonna come with time and positive reps, of course. Not sitting there watching randoms do random shit. So if you are still running 2K23 at this point, that's really what you should be out here trying to do. Recruit yourself a demon squad, because I know I am. The next thing that we need to be doing in order to get ready for 2K24 is to be out here working on our game. Now is the time to be trying to evolve and perhaps learn the ins and outs of new positions or roles. And yeah, I know, it's a new game and there's going to be differences between the two of them. Some of them even major, but at the end of the day, it's still basketball. And it's 2K. I mean, come on now. They do this every year and get us hyped for changes, but the basics, the fundamentals of the game are always gonna be the same. Put the ball in the hole and stop the opposition from doing the same. Also, I'm almost willing to bet the house on it that the post game is gonna be pretty much the same damn thing as it's been the past few years in 2K. Use this time to learn it. I mean, there's absolutely no reason at this point that anybody should be out there just smashing X in the paint. At the least, learn how to do a drop step. And them dudes that I run with that just be smashing X in the paint, I'm talking to y'all, but I digress. And the same can be said for the perimeter players. Y'all need to be using this time as well to unlock your showering god, because I'm sick and tired of folks taking some bug the out shot attempts and then jumping on the mic talking about 2K holding them. Like, nah, bruh. 2K ain't holding you. You out here holding the whole team back. Pass the damn rock. In case y'all didn't know, 88% of all bugged out shots are just one pass away from an easy bucket for a teammate. So for the rest of our time on 2K23, let's try and see the open man. I promise you, it's not as hard as it seems. And then for the newbies, those folks who this is your first time playing 2K, or you're thinking of taking your talents to the online rec, park, or pro-am scene, then now is certainly the time to get out there and get started. Get those first shots up. Get used to the increase in game speed. Freaking everyone spams turbo, so the game is going to be way faster than any mycareer or play now game that you've played up until now. And granted, it's going to take some time getting used to it. Shit, when I take long breaks, it takes me a couple of games before I'm able to catch back up to the game speed. And if you can get the game, 2K23 I'm talking about, for free or on the cheap, then I would say it's way better to test the waters now when most of the community is in off-season mode, getting a last little bit of daylight in before it's time for all of us to jump back in and no life it from September to January. So if you're new and you're thinking about taking your talents to the online scene in 2K24, use these last couple of weeks to test it out and see what it's about. The next thing that we can and should be doing in preparation for 2K24 is touching grass. We have a few more weeks to go. If you haven't yet this year, then now is the time to get out and see the world, feel the sun on your face. See what the world has to offer, you know? If you haven't hit level 40 by now this season, then it just is what it is. Don't go out here trying to burn yourself out for something meaningless like a level 40 reward for a game that's about to be obsolete come September 8th. And if you did hit level 40 already, and you still out here on some demon time with the squad, ruining randoms nights in the rec, then you most certainly needs to take a break and see the outside world. If for nothing else, then to give me and the other randoms a little bit of a break from running against super sweats. And truth be told, I don't even know how folks be out here doing it, literally playing the game every second of the day. Even I need to take a break, and I consider myself a video game head. Listen to me, burnout is a real thing. And even if you don't think you're burning yourself out, Still, don't let life pass you by while you're staring at a screen. Just like we need to have a work-life balance, well, we also need to maintain a healthy gaming to life balance as well. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And then, arguably, the number one most important thing that we all need to be doing in order to prepare for NBA 2K24, especially if you're fiended out to run you some 2K and 23 just ain't doing it for you, is gonna be to learn how to set up your Xbox for New Zealand Day. And for those of us not too familiar with New Zealand Day, it pretty much allows you to play 2K a day earlier, opposed to having to wait all the way to Friday the 8th. Now you'll be able to play it on Thursday the 7th. Now, while New Zealand Day has not yet been confirmed, it's been a part of the 2K yearly launch for the past, 4 or 5 years, at least that I've known about and been using it, and probably longer. So it gives me hope that it's gonna be around this year as well. So again, if you're fiend out and you wanna play 2K a day earlier, then definitely look into that. And again, if you're not familiar with how to do it or how to set up your Xbox, let me know down in the comments section. But for real though, we here, y'all. Less than 2 weeks away from 2K24. Do these things that I outlined in this video, and I promise you will be poised for a nice start out of the gate. Don't do them, and well, I'll see you out there in the courts, you know? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Till we meet up on them virtual courts in 24, luck out. Peace.